2 Hexmar destroyers, right? You shoot anything that's within 3 inches of it, it can shoot. And that's multiple times a phase.
Great.
I was like, is that a joke? So I went in and I was trying to kill these destroyers, and I went in with like about 4 or 5 different infantry units. I come out with about 2 left. He killed more than I killed in my own shooting phase. Like, he's having a fucking giggle.
I like it.
It's so ridiculous.
Hi, welcome to OverRHeads. I'm Ash. I've got Josh and Ben here. Matt was going to be here as well, but he had a bit of a tough weekend, so he's quit 40k and started Lord of the Rings. No, he's busy, but he wanted to be here.
He'd probably be bad at that as well, actually.
Nah, I think he'd be good at that. I mean, he's got a tactical brain for the big armies, and yeah.
Yeah,
Matt,
tactical brain for the big armies.
Yeah. But no, Ben, Leeds GT.
Sam, another good event. So obviously we went last year, didn't we? But
yeah,
really good event again. A bit cooler this year, thank fuck for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Although a free ice cream wouldn't have gone amiss, but we'll not complain too much. But yeah, no, Leeds GT, good event. First UKTC one of 10th for me. I like the UKTC events, really solid map packs and good FAQs and whatnot beforehand. So solid player base. I think there's 200 players. A lot of the really big name players obviously aren't there because they've got
UKTC this weekend, wasn't it, as well?
I don't know if I think it's this weekend coming because Josh Roberts was here. So
of course,
and he's teaming, so it'll be this weekend coming in Belgium.
That came out really early then. The list submission then.
Probably. I think they've got time, don't they? They've got pairings up already, I think, and stuff. But
yeah, that's what I thought. I was watching it this weekend. But
yeah.
You say obviously 200 players. Now, how many tickets was there? Because obviously a lot of the events, they say a lot of people ain't going for 10th for a tournament.
I think that for this size event, they normally do about 400 tickets.
So about 200 misses, so 200 misses then.
Roughly, yeah. I think. How many did they sell last year? How many did we have last year?
Because that's quite a big drop, that is. 200.
Start off edition, people still not happy.
Yeah.
And it's the area,
well,
as well. There's a lot of players from like the south as well that perhaps, like for me it was an hour and a half drive every day to get there. So it was probably a factor of that, isn't it? So I think you get more northern people going. How many people last year? 212 last year. So it's about the same.
Yeah,
it's about the same.
It was empty there last year when we won.
It was nice though, because there's a lot of space. Yeah, okay, the same this year. There's a lot of space around the tables, which was really nice.
You weren't dying in the heat. Yeah, last year was too warm.
It was so hot last year.
Too warm.
It was killer with a hangover.
You was in the car anyway.
I was dying with a hangover in that heat. It was horrible. But yeah, a really good event. Took the Eldar, finished 16th. Finished 16th.
Won a medal.
Got myself my medal.
For?
Because I'm not a scumbag, even though I play Eldar. That's why.
And you won for best player.
For best sport, yeah.
So best
just
sport.
Not best player, but most. You know what I mean.
For paying my opponents a tenner to vote me best sport in every time.
I urge you to come to the table and give them a bit of a happy ending to the games.
Well, they weren't getting a happy ending on the table, so they might as well get one under.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, but really good tournament again. So yeah, I went 4-1 in the end. I lost to Guard, which was a shock to me as well as everyone else. To be honest,
I think it was a shock to everyone. Chat was like,
I wasn't shocked.
No,
I said
you literally put what? I can remember.
Yeah, you were a bit. Yeah, when I put through that, I fuck this. You were a bit shocked. You wanted me to lose, but I don't think it wasn't expected.
If he was going to lose, it'd be that one.
Yeah.
Went in massively. I've got this. Was smashing.
I should have done.
I think I texted Matt. I said Ben's going into this way too confident.
Yeah.
What done the Sentinels?
Well, I think there's a few things. So first of all, I was up at 5:30 to drive an hour to pick Matt up, to then drive an hour and a half to get to Leeds. I was a bit knackered at this point already, a bit exhausted. A long drive. So I think I've gone in and I'm a bit like, a bit deflated. Not had a chance to perk up and get my head in the game yet, and I've walked straight into playing. Then actually in the game, Kriegs with the marshals, silly, really strong units. It's 20 men, 21 guys to chew through with a feel no pain and a resurrection thing and whatnot. So again, really quite good for them. You've got things like the Gaunt's Ghosts with an infiltrate on. So then they come in. So when he deployed them first, and he puts them all across the midfield, completely blocks out my infiltrate. So he's got an early monopoly on those midfield objectives, and then redeploys them after deployment to pull them out of the way. Yeah,
Scout Sentinels as well.
Yeah,
Pre-game move.
Scout Sentinels on a pre-game move helps him set up. I went first, which normally is okay, but my list was 2 Wave Serpents, and I had 2 D-Cannons as well, which means the D-Cannons didn't have the range to do anything, so it's a unit of decent damage, a turn of decent damage output that's just gone. The Wave Serpent, not Wave Serpents, Fire Prisms managed to do a bit of work. I think they killed 2 Sentinels between the 4 shots, because they've got a really nice, awkward 7 wound profile, and the Fire Prisms are flat 6 damage. So it's like, probably would have been better off shooting the Blast profile at strength 6 AP 1-2 damage to try and kill them, but it's still 4 that needs to go through as opposed to 2.
But it's the Blast on top of like the Kriegs.
Yeah. But yeah, I was using them to try and kill Sentinels, so it was like...
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, it was...
The Sentinels don't do anything other than...
move around.
No,
it was quite aggressive with them, and because they're autocannons, really great at picking off my infantry.
Yeah.
So we had a lot in there that was really good at picking off like my infantry fast scoring stuff. So we had like the 2 Hellhounds, which is just pure flame of goodness. Obviously has the Sentinels are great picking off my infantry. Basilisk, which is quite good. He did try and shoot my Farseer twice, which was quite funny because it just didn't die. He was like, I'm not going to let you kill my Farseer. Although another point of what went wrong, so the Farseer couldn't get his full hit rerolls off. It goes off on a 2+. I rolled a 1 3 times in a row in 3 consecutive turns. So for my first 3 turns, I had no full hit rerolls on my
so what
Night Spinner.
Is your dice betrayed?
My dice did abandon it. Turn 2, I didn't hit or wound with both Fire Prisms and with both D-Cannons. I got nothing on both of them. As I say, Krieger's being really tough was a good one because I get my spiders into them and did all my devastating wounds and whatnot. And I think I killed like 5 models, and then they res D3 next turn, so I killed like 2 models in the end from a 20-man unit, and then they just died in return. Incarn died turn 1, but it did take out a unit of 3 Sentinels beforehand, so it was a trade I wanted, and it meant he had to shoot everything else into the Incarn to kill it, so fine. Not a great trade in terms of points cost, because it's like 150 points for 3 Scout Sentinels, something like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to a nearly 300 point model with some
not
quite good mechanics. So it's not a great trade, but it got rid of them. So I think in the end I ended up killing 15 Sentinels, even though there was only 9 in the list. I don't know how many Kriegers I ended up killing. I stopped counting in the end, but yeah, I ended up losing 80 something to 54.
So not only have you not woke up, your dice didn't wake up.
Yeah, they were not awake. So I mean, secondary scoring was great, but I was just completely shut out of the primary for the majority of the game, just because all 20 bodies of OC2 that I can't reliably chew through. I've got nothing that I can then go. I needed to force battle shocks almost. I've got nothing on the list that can just go, cool, you're going to take a battle shock. It's where the Death Jester comes in handy. So I would have liked to have, but Death Jester's quite expensive. Solitaire did some work and then dies because it's low knots.
Yeah, it's almost when you want precision to take out the marshals first.
And I think that was a recurring theme this weekend. Actually, a lot of the time I kept forgetting about things like precision. Like you can spend the stratagem for any character to get precision.
Yeah.
So in my last game against the Necrons with the Lich Guard, I got the Incarn in there and I killed like 2 Lich Guard, and I was like, actually, after the game, I was like, probably should have used precision, picked out the Technomancer, and then I can just rinse through everything else because you feel no pains are gone. Then the Reanimator's already dead. So all you're relying on is your stratagem. Yeah. And if you're doing that, you can't revive your character. Oh yeah, you can revive characters now for free. Well, not for free, for 1 CP. And they can do it for free if they've got a character that lets you do a thing for free.
Necrons?
Yeah, they just come back automatically. There's no roll. They come back with half wounds remaining.
Nice.
So I drew Assassinate, and I was like trying to kill both these hex marks. And these fucking things, I managed to actually kill one, and he goes, oh yeah, no, it's back with 3 wounds remaining. I was like, fuck off, die. Such a bastard. Oh, but then he shot as well.
Yeah.
Because you've shot a unit within 3 inches, so he shoots you back. You're like, fuck off. Just die. But then I played 2 games against Orcs. Fine.
You played Orcs twice.
So I played Orcs round 2 and Orcs.
No wonder he went 4-1.
So I played Orcs round 2 and then Orcs round 4.
How do Orcs play now? I've not heard anything.
Poorly.
They
I've
are.
heard mixed.
So both times
I've heard
both
mixed
times were completely losable by me because both missions I played them on were the corner deployments, with the 9-inch bubble.
Yeah.
So both times, if he just goes first, it's game because it should be because you roll the war, you get your war, and then you just absolutely go ham into me, and there's nothing I can do about you.
I suppose now with Overwatch, you have a little bit of resilience against it.
It's only one Overwatch though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
One
still, it's
Overwatch
like,
against
could be
a
a
massive
massive body of orcs.
Yeah, it's only one Overwatch. You maybe do something, but I don't think you do enough. To be
Yeah, but
honest.
with your fade dice,
I can only use one,
yeah, but still
You kill one boy.
so I could get like one hit.
with a blast though.
Yeah, but I'm still hitting on 6s.
Yeah, true.
I'm still hitting on 6s, so I get one reroll and a
What are
fake dice.
flames?
Yeah, but it's still only 12-inch range, and they're hidden, aren't they?
No, true. Yeah.
So you they hide because they don't want to get shot. Because it's
Well,
only T3 bodies.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went first both games, so it wasn't a consideration. But it could have gone way worse. So both games, you end up you pop the trucks first, kill everything else that comes out with just the sheer amount of indirect fire and the silliness of 5 prisms being able to shoot through each other. Get the Incarn into something good. I think Incarn in the first game went into his Meganobs, so sat at the back after I popped off his grots. They went into his Meganobs, just wiped them off the board, and that was that. And then turn 2, everything could just completely clear his back area. Then turn 2, I'd bring down all my reserves and just open up into everything else that's still in there, sitting there. And then game 4, it killed some grots, and then he killed the named war boss on Squigosaur.
Oh yeah,
The fourth Mosgrog
Great
Bad
Squig
or something.
Squig,
Yeah.
Come on, we ain't got Joe there to say it.
Yeah. So he's quite tough though. To be fair, he's T10. He's got anti-monster for anti-monster, anti-vehicle because he's one of the beast boss, the beast snaggers, which are quite good into vehicles and monsters. But he's got a 4 pinball save, like 10 wounds I think, and a 4 feel no pain into everything. So he's quite tanky, but I think he failed 4 or 5 of his armor saves against the Incarn in combat, and it was like there's like 25 damage. So still 4 feel no pain. It's still a chance, but
yeah, it's still down to 50% then. Isn't it?
so it's still probably dead to be honest. But yeah, no good. And there was a funny moment that came up in the second game against Orcs. So he had a unit of 6 Meganobs, and they just come round. I think they killed some rangers off an objective, took the objective, and it was unit 6. So I was like, right, I'll shoot a D cannon into him. It's blast. So I was like, oh cool, there's 4 hits. There were 4 shots. I get 4 hits. All right, cool. I will fake dice one of these, and then I'll roll the other 3. I was like, oh, there's 3 6s and a 1. I'll re-roll the 1, and that was the 4th 6. So it's 4 lots of D6 plus 2 mortal wounds into the Meganobs. I think I got 20 plus mortal wounds. He was like, well, that's squad. And I was like, right, cool. I didn't expect that to happen. Fine. I was like, well, I apologise about that. And he clearly must have voted me best sporting still even after that. So, but no, it was a good game. And then my third game, I played Chaos with Obliterators, Defilers, and a big brick of Terminators with Abaddon. And I completely underestimate the Terminators with Abaddon. They hit hard as a truck.
Just slow though, that's the only thing.
They're slow, but when they can pop a strat for lone operative.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're like, alright, fine. They don't really care.
I'll just leave you then for a turn.
Isn't it? I was like, cool, right, I'm set up, I've got everything ready.
I suppose just you can bait that out.
Yeah.
Early.
You can, but it's a big unit Terminators, isn't it? Because you can do it on any unit, so he was either doing it on Defiler or he was doing it on the Terminators until I'd actually managed to finally whittle them down to like 2 Terminators and Abaddon left.
Take it you can retarget after that anyway.
Yeah, you can retarget after that. Similar to the GSC one, it's reactive. And then you put it on the Defilers thereafter. I'm like, fuck off. Defilers are the big spider boys.
Yeah, with the battle cannon.
I'll tell you what, the Demolisher, I think, they really disappoint me, Demolisher cannons. Flat damage streak now, I think, aren't they? No, I think I am thinking of battle cannons.
Yeah, I'm thinking about battle cannons.
AP1 flat 3. Yeah, no, I am thinking about that.
Battle cannons. Shit.
Yeah, they are.
AP1's terrible.
Yeah, it's just no good because you're like, oh, I'm going to
never change from AP2.
It's like, I'm going to shoot your 5 prism. I was like, cool, I'll get 3 safe.
Yeah.
Because I'm in cover. It's a shame. But it's a good game, really good game. Again, none of the scores were absolute blowouts for them. Like, they all scored fairly well. But I wasn't running like the double Wraith Knight silliness that will just absolutely nuke someone else's score as well as you scoring. But I was still pulling off 100-point wins in those 3 games. And then my last game was into Necrons, and Necrons are really tough and silly. I don't like them. I don't like Necrons anymore. They can fuck off. Hexmark Destroyers in particular can fuck off.
Not the Lich Guard.
No, Lich Guard, I didn't mind them. Like they're unkillable, but I also just kept hitting them with the Night Spinner, so they're -2 move and can't advance.
So they're
just crawling along at 4 inches. I'm like, you're not an issue. I have that objective. I don't care. I'm going to go this way because they were like eyeing up getting into my D cannons, and when they were like resurrected back to be within 10 inches, I then charged them with the Incarn in turn 4, and I was like, cool, you're not going to charge me next turn then. So I still got my tools, and Incarn dies to them eventually just because there's so many attacks, but it didn't matter.
They're like COD zombies, just get a crawler going around.
Yeah, it was just to keep them going for the round, keep the round going. And I didn't need to pack a punch, quick, keep it going. But another great chap, he come down from north of Scotland and brought his daughter with him, so his daughter was played as well. But yeah, he was only expecting a 3-2, so he didn't feel too sad when I dashed his 4-1 dreams. Yeah. Yeah, I think I was 85, 60 something or another. But again, it was a good game. Just it was nice to learn a few things because I'd played Necrons before, but it was with the Wraith Knight, and you didn't really get a fair valuation of how things done.
Yeah, I'd not played before he got to play.
And I'd not played the Lich Guard bricks or anything like that, so it was like fine. But no, it was good. Really good tournament. As I finished 16th and best sporting, so I'm pretty.
You were the only one from Trash to go because I didn't go because it started the football season.
Yeah,
so obviously Matt did go.
Matt went, but he had to drop for some reasons.
Josh just does whatever Josh does.
I was drinking. They say.
What, 1 pint?
No, not about 15.
So it's really weird going on your end. I was just glad there was some people there that I still knew and could talk to.
Yeah. We tried to get him to come on the Sunday.
I did. I texted Josh. I was like, "Come with me."
He's already messaged on Sunday. He's like, "I finished the game. I've got no one to go talk to."
I was like, I don't know what to do. Everyone else is still playing. Like, what do I do?
That's gonna be like me at this.
It's gonna be me next Sunday at Outpost again.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to go Outpost. I'm going camping.
Yeah. It's not even that. It's sold out.
Yeah, it's sold out. Yeah. I think I must have picked up the last ticket.
Yeah. So if I wasn't going camping, I'd straight away been going there. What now?
No, but I've submitted it. Double Wraith Knight, Avatar Arcane, Incarn.
Has it come yet?
No, I'm going to collect it. I ordered it for collection.
Oh.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you guys
what exactly when it was over?
4 days.
But we're actually away on Wednesday, so I can't pick it up on Wednesday. So I've got to pick it up on Saturday when we get back. Build it and paint it. I realised as well I've not even painted the Avatar Arcane yet. I'm like, oh fuck me. So we go away on Wednesday, so I've got tomorrow.
You haven't got to be painted, have you?
I want to be painted though.
But you haven't got to be painted for this event. But you can just get fast 3 colours on it.
I can get fast 3 colours on it. It's just
I just airbrush in it. It's like done.
Done. It is done.
And the base.
That's what we're doing today. Just airbrushing Ashes the Lion.
The lion.
It's nice model. It's really nice.
I want it.
You know what? It's much better than Gilliman. There's trim, but it's not ridiculous. Like Gilliman's trim was just stupid. It was like it's not fun.
What was the obviously it was your first keep forgetting what they're called. UKTC.
Yeah.
How did you find the training the 10th?
I think it was good. I think it was weird at first because you know the little rectangular L's, the 4 inches high ones, the small one, with the base on. So they're obviously obscuring now, which is the way they've altered the packs is that they're pretty much in the middle the whole time. So there's very few actual firing lanes when you because before you'd look at it and be like, cool, I can shoot over that anyway. Like, I'm up on top of this building, I can shoot down there. So I was like, the Dark Reapers up on top, and I was like, cool, there's an Abaddon and his Terminators just sitting there. I'll shoot them. And I was like, fuck, that's obscuring. I can't.
Yeah,
like they're just sat behind that wall.
So it's better combat armors then.
I think it goes some way to help him. There was a slight change with the small L's as well, that they're 4.1 inches high now.
So they count
4.1. So Wraith Knights can't just walk over them. Okay. Yeah, because everything's obscuring. It doesn't matter if it's a ruin, it's obscuring.
Plunging 6.
And that's
plunging 6. Yes.
And that's why Knights didn't do well this weekend because that 4.1.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Chaos Knights in the top 10.
Top 10, but there weren't many Imperial Knights.
Imperial Knights, no. I think a lot of them hit either Eldar matches with double Wraith Knights or mirror matches.
So the small rectangle ones are
4.1 inches high now. So towering units can't walk over it.
Yeah.
Like defilers as well can't walk over them.
Okay, I didn't know you could walk over them, to be honest.
Yeah, if it's a ruined...
Chaos Knights still can, can't they? Because they've got that strap.
They can walk over it, they walk through it.
They walk through it,
yeah.
But it's only one model as opposed to
but still
all of them.
One model still go like fucking going through.
Yeah, so it's a shame because I think it disincentivises some of the other bigger models that aren't good being taken.
Yeah,
such as the Warhound Titan that was there. Somebody took a Warhound Titan. Like an absolute, I think that one best painted. It had like light up LED flashing eyes. It was quite cool.
I think the thing is, if you've got a big Titan, I think you've got to put LED lights in it.
You got to do something.
Tell Jonathan, please. You'll do it. You know you'll do it.
You've got to. If you haven't got a big ass Titan,
LED lights on everything anyway. He doesn't need an excuse to do it on a big model.
Yeah.
He just puts the LEDs everywhere.
Might have to put a smoke machine there when I get the Bio Titan.
yeah. Good old
smoke machine on the flame on the Titan.
Yeah, I rate that.
Yeah. Down the barrels.
But no. So yeah, but no. Otherwise, I think Train was good. A lot of people didn't like the last mission.
What's the last mission?
The remove the centre objective one.
Oh yeah.
But saying something about the terrain felt fine.
Was most of it chilling rain?
A lot of it was chilling rain.
Chilling rain.
We had one where it was sticky objectives, which I think was round 3, which doesn't make a huge difference. I think most of it was chilling rain.
Yeah. So set up everything nice for 10th then.
I think we've hit it spot on. I think some people, as I say, some people are complaining about the last mission. That's probably just a mission change though, more than a map pattern change. I think
when it goes down to 4 objectives, then you've got to start there.
It's just because like last turn you go second. Last turn you could theoretically pick up 18 points on primary.
Yeah.
If you're controlling all the you get cool. I can get 2 turns of that. I think that's basically what I did. I got 2 2s and then a 13 and then an 18 because he walked off the other no man's land.
Progressively higher, doesn't it, as you get out further on?
No, so it's just 2 for your own, 6 for the enemy, and 5 for each in no man's land.
Oh, it's not a lot.
So you could basically complete primary in 2 turns.
Yeah.
The big issue though, me and Josh read Agree on stuff. We agree on this. You said the top 20, 10 was Eldari.
Not broken at all. Clearly.
No, very, very.
Top 20,
very
10
broken.
Eldari.
There was lists with Harlequins in there still going 4-1. There's so much going on. Like, near enough everything is good in the army.
What was the other? Obviously 10 was Eldari. What was the other 10? Chaos Knight.
Let's have a look.
You had 3 Death Watch, didn't you? Because they was in the top cut.
There was 1 Death Watch.
There was 3.
No, there was 3 Eldar in the top cut.
I thought it was 3.
Oh, in the top 10. There's one Death Watch definitely. Let's have a look. So, top cut we had 3 Eldari and a Death Watch, which well done Chris Radford because that was fantastic. Then you've got Gene Stealer Cult, Chaos Space Marines. And Pete Duff went undefeated with Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Nice. Went undefeated with Chaos Space Marines. Then you got Chaos Knights, Eldar, Chaos Space Marines. So there's 2 Chaos Space Marines in the top 10. I think both of these were 12 obliterator lists, which is disgusting. Let me just tell you. Where did you obliterate?
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, there's no obliterators. That's just pure. Oh, it's swamp the board with cultist list. What's the other one? Pete Duff. What's he took? 12 obliterators, 9 flamers, Abaddon, and a Terminator squad. Filthy, and that went undefeated. Top 20 though, so there was that.
So 2 Chaos Space Marines, 1 Gene Stealer Cult.
Yeah.
1 Death Watch. So that's 5.
And Chaos Knights, and then the rest was Eldar in the top 10. And then the
There's
next.
not a lot of Gene Stealer Cults knocking around at the minute now.
No, there was 13 that went, and there is 3 in the top 20. 3 cults in the top 20.
Yeah. They've been that nerfed. Hit them a bit. I don't think it's hit them enough.
They're still ridiculously lethal, and you've got to die for the blip thing to actually matter anyway. You could just put them in reserves.
Yeah, true.
And just deep strike them normally.
Well, the fact that most of them come back for free.
Yeah, that's it. So
all the time.
The thing is, like, they're still ridiculously good, and now they get their bombs when they revive.
Yeah.
Because it used to be 1 shot, and it was an identical unit back in, whereas now it's
New and identical.
A new unit and identical, so they get the one-shot bombs back.
Yeah.
But the next 10 was Eldari, Cults, Guard, Eldari, Cults, Tau, and Eldari.
Grundy.
Yeah. Grundy's Tau.
There's no surprise there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So how do you fix Eldar? How do you fix them apart from put them into legends?
So yeah, how are we dealing with it? Well, I think to deal with the Eldar, I think you have to understand the fundamental issues with them first of all.
Players.
Ben.
Yeah.
No.
Fundamentally, the whole army, everything, near enough everything in there is too cheap for what it does.
I wouldn't even say not even the cheapness.
Well,
the cheapness doesn't help.
The game itself is geared for Eldar to be good because of the way it plays now.
Is that what you said in chat? You said literally Eldar are good at everything.
The ideal army to do anything on these cards that pop up because there's so many tools. So that's fundamentally, but unfortunately, I don't think that's something you can change drastically, other than going back to fixed secondaries again. You know, like the old secondary system, which was fine, but it ran into some issues. So there's maybe an argument for it, but I think that's one way. I think the other way, I'd say everything points wise is just too cheap.
Just points
for what it does. I mean, look at the Incarn. She's 270 points, can teleport around the board, fucking charge, piss off out of combat, so she can't get shot back. She needs to either lose the ability to charge and stuff after she's teleported, or be like 350 points. And I think even then she's probably still auto-include.
Yeah. I think the whole...
And the lethality of the army is...
Yeah. Well, like, it's very much like tank design.
Yeah.
Like, when you go to balance an army, you normally have, out of three things, you're either fast, durable, or killing.
And we're fast and killing, and fairly durable.
Normally, you take two, drop the third.
Yeah.
So, guard, durable-less, firepower, not very fast.
I would disagree. I'd say you've not got any of that.
Exactly. Well, like,
but yeah.
As an overall, they're the two you need.
Yeah.
But Eldar, the fast, very, very killy.
And reasonably durable.
Yeah.
Depending on what you put
the fact that you've got that many invulnerable saves.
I mean, yeah, we've always had
compared to...
We've always had the invulnerable save, so that's not an issue in and of itself. It's the fact that you can field 15 units with invulnerable saves.
So that's where the durability comes from.
On top of that, stick a fucking Wraith Knight in there. It's going to kill anything in the game.
So you take them three, and then you times it by how many points.
Yeah.
Like you absolute stack of points you can field, which just...
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you got all your devastating wound bullshit.
Yeah, there's like...
Towering doesn't help with the Wraith Knights.
No.
It's like little things like... You either... Only way to fix them is you go into each data sheet, change it, taking some devastating wounds out, drop invuns again, like they did with Harlequins. Mm-hmm. They've known to do it. They can do it.
But the thing is, our invuns ain't that bad. Like,
well, you just...
in the list that I'm taking, it is... The majority of things is 5-up invuls.
Well, that's what I think you don't need it.
That terrible.
But if you just take... It's not to... You either hike points or change shit.
No, I don't think durability is the issue with it. I don't think that... The durability comes from the big linchpin units, Wraith Knight, Incarn, Avatar. That's where the durability is too overtuned because they're too cheap to include. So when someone actually tries to deal with them, they have a harder time, which then does have a knock-on effect in terms of durability to the other stuff because you've used everything to try and kill this thing that's still not dead.
It's like next weekend you're taking 2 Wraith Knights. 2
Wraith Knights, Avatar Arcane, Incarn, a Farseer that can give out -1 to wound to a Wraith Knight Avatar. Oh, here's an interesting one. You can take 2 Farseers on foot and give out -1 to wound to 2 different units.
That's about right.
Why? Why is that not a once per turn per model thing?
Because you take that into the durability as well. It's like minuses to hit, minuses to damage.
We're trying to go minuses to hit anymore.
Oh, like in general.
But yeah, I thought it was an interesting one because we haven't got as many minuses to hit anymore like we used to have.
But there's
We've
not
got
a lot about knocking about at all.
Stratagem. Yeah, there's not a lot of people that have like all the trans-hit mana. Or trans. I don't know. Does trans-hit mana exist?
No transhuman, no trans-hit.
Fine.
Either, which is fine. That's no loss.
But yeah, it's exponential, isn't it? That you know that.
Oh, you've got.
They've took it out of every army, but actually it's affected more armies.
Oh yeah.
Negatively than it has positively.
And then on top of that, when you do get through, then you've got the Wraith Guard, shoot and death.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that
also brings in the durability because you're killing your opponent in their phase.
Yeah.
Which, it's offensive, but you can argue it's a defensive thing. Because then you're like, I don't want to shoot this Wraith Guard unit because it's going to nuke the shit out of this unit. What's on my objective?
Because you don't have to shoot the unit.
You're going down the hill and
just
thinking, there's no point shooting that, it's going to do anything. If I shoot that, I'm going to get shot back. So if you're going down, I can shoot that, but it's nothing anyway.
It's like a deterrent unit, if anything else.
It's quite easy to play, like, just those as an example, they're quite easy to play around, I think, if you're aware of what they do. Because they're only 18 inches range, they're only 6-inch movement.
But then
so I think if you can slow them down. But on UKTC, you're not going to see them until they're within 18 inches.
Exactly.
So at that
they're
point,
placed in the right place. If you play a good player and they're placed in the right area, you can't do anything about that. Yeah. You could probably lock down, put it in the centre of the board.
And it's yours.
That's it. You've locked down the whole no man's land.
And you have to get the cheap character that you bring along to then give them, bring a model back in your command phase.
Especially if your whole premise of your army is to go and board control and you haven't really got the killing power. And whereas getting double shot a turd, theoretically, is going to be bad for you.
I think now there's a reasonable way of dealing with them, sort of reasonable. You can at least charge them and tie them up and charge up a couple of key units. So you at least force them to spend a CP.
Yeah, because they've not got pistols anymore.
Yeah, so they can't shoot you in combat, and you at least force them to spend, say, a CP to fall back and shoot. Yeah, at which point you could overwatch them. I mean, they do get a free round of shooting out of that anyway.
Yeah,
but if you charge them, it's going to be people like Custodes that do that. Oh, yeah. So they're just going to sit there and be like,
it's only few and far between armies because let's be honest,
you can still hit on sixes.
Who's gearing?
And you don't get your devastating wounds in Overwatch either because it's lethal hits.
Yes.
So it doesn't trigger that. So there's just getting like a normal save on that.
Yeah, but still, it's
too much.
It's just devastating wounds in general.
Yeah.
But I think devastating wounds. I think if you're going to keep all that stuff, I think you need Voltan treatment of points increases.
But they'll just do it across the board again.
I think.
Remember the out of line of sight in the early 10th, Josh.
Yeah.
How bad does that still hurt?
The thing is, they've took some units with indirect.
Yeah, they've took this stance. They've took this stance of control, search, indirect. Cool, everyone gets 10%.
But then they've missed out about 5 or 6 different profiles with it.
Or they've hit the wrong ones, such as the Grey Knights that can opportunistically do it.
Yeah.
And then miss the Obliterators.
It's like, why? I can't see the point. Yeah, I know indirect's not healthy for the game as it is. It never has been, but some armies rely on it.
Yeah.
And it's
when they build your play style to play that way.
Yeah. It's like, you get this bonus for not moving. Well, I'll just take artillery then. Yeah. Because I haven't got to move. I can see everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 4s and 5s.
There was a chap there that I think just absolutely took all the indirect he could possibly take for guard.
Yeah, you will do.
But he fucked it because he's just got a parking lot at the back that doesn't score anything.
Exactly.
It's just like, fine.
Like, it doesn't play the game.
Yeah, no.
Like, you can take all the indirects in the world, but it don't play the game properly.
There's a lot of armies that seem to be lacking flavour at the minute. I think the only ones they've got about spot on is Necrons. They do feel durable. Yeah. Their reanimation feels as it should. Like it just feels like it's an endless horde to chew through, and like they're not ridiculously killy. Like they're okay. I mean, the heavy destroyers can fuck off, but but they're destroyers. Like it's what they're meant to do, right? So, but no, they're
I think the Grey Knights could have been good.
They're too expensive.
They're just too expensive.
Yeah,
I think you need.
Shark Boy went this weekend.
I saw,
and he decided he was my friend. I'm like, I actually don't even know you.
So glad I didn't go
Who the hell's Shark Boy?
Who Shark Boy is?
Guy who wears a shark hat at tournaments.
We've seen him in our lift that time. We went Leeds last year.
It would have been Leeds last year.
Yeah, we've gone.
He was at London as well.
Yeah, he wears a shark hat.
He came over.
And he's always Josh's friend.
I think I remember someone pointing up to you.
Yeah.
He's always Josh's friend.
Yeah. That's Ben's friend.
And it was just talking to him, I actually don't even know who you are. Like,
Shog Boy, everyone knows Shog Boy.
I'm like, I've actually never spoke to you before. Like, I don't even know you. But he's like, you know, Josh, you're my friend now. He was banging on about his gold grey knights. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't care. Get away from me, you scrub.
Well, yeah, so...
I don't associate with 0 and 3.
You associate with me, so you must do. But yeah, points increases.
I think it will be points increases in September.
Mainly, yeah, it's mainly going to be
going
points.
to be.
I think there needs to be some wordings on some unit abilities, such as the Farseer, you can only use it once per...
Yeah, they've already done that. That's the thing.
No, they haven't.
They've missed it.
Yeah, but that's why...
How many FAQs we have?
Yeah, they've missed it, so they need to go back and change it. That's what we're saying, you dickhead. And then the things like...
As intended now, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they can't change it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're talking about how to fix them, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
How to fix them.
This is what we have Matt on now.
No, I'm just thinking in this...
I know...
premise of it in September.
Yeah.
They're not going to change...
I know September's points, we know that.
Yeah, because they've swapped it every 3 months is points.
September's points.
And every 6 is a day it's late, where it was the other way around before.
And then December, January is...
Unless it's bad.
Rules, tweaks and points. Because it'll be quarter, but also 6 months. And then, like changing some unit abilities, such as the Incarn as well. Like, why should she be able to charge after she's teleported in?
Yeah, because she never used it.
Yeah, well, she did when she first came out, and then they realised that was too strong, and then they changed it, and then they went, "No, you know what? She's all right. She can have that." Yeah. Oh, here's a fun one. Her sweep profile. So sweep profiles normally go down in AP, don't they?
It's gone up in AP.
Her sweep profile is AP4.
Why?
Still, you're like, why? I was like, cool. So she's really good at killing like small infantry as well. Fantastic. It's only damage 1 then.
Oh,
only damage 1.
Only damage 1.
AP4 damage 1, 10 attacks.
I think it needs to be damage 2 just to really piss people off.
The Avatar's is. But his is only AP2.
Oh, perfect.
only AP2. Yeah, no, I think I think they're the areas you need to. Some unit abilities need to change. Points values definitely need to change. I think you just play it from there.
I do generally think it's more points.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably stomach some of the other things. You just need.
I do think it's points. I think you could go 10-15% as a start and see. I think that's got to be everything across the board.
What about
because it's going to be fake dice are okay.
They're fine now.
They're okay. They're not.
I never thought like outside of devastating wounds, and that I thought the mechanic was fine.
Yeah, because you're mainly using it on saves, and you're only getting 12.
Yeah.
But because when you first do it, you could use as many as you wanted. You'd build in to get more, so you'd take Eldrad, which gives you 15 to start with. You take Guardians, you stick them on objectives, you gain in some. You take the enhancement to gain more.
Yeah, I think when it first got leaked and announced, like where you only get an X amount, I thought that's fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can add that many on top of it with 2 other things, I think probably that's where it started to go a bit silly.
Yeah. Especially because it was Overwatches, and you go, all right, well, there's 3 hits.
Yeah.
Oh look, and I've still got. And now my Farseer can turn 1 to a 6. I'm going to take this 1. That's now a 6. So there's some devastating wounds.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't for your devastating wounds, I think as it was before, I think it was fine. If you had it capped to a 12 for the whole game,
that was it. That's all you could ever get.
12, no way to get extra. That'd be fine. Yeah. You can use as many as you want. I'd be quite happy with that. But the fact you can get
it's the
extra all the time, the dev wounds on top of that. So I think you need a lot of saves and stuff like that.
I think in its current iteration, it's fine, and you still do. You just save it and you go, right, cool. This is quite crucial. I'll slow roll this, and if I need to, I'll sub one.
Exactly. It's more thematic.
You are using them in a wider range now, I think, than you were before. Because before you were just going to, cool, I'm just going to fucking nuke this.
Yeah.
Just die. I think on my first game at Hellstorm, I was like, cool. I see both these demons. 6s, fucking die. Get out of here. 50 more wounds, fuck off.
Just other areas they need to sort out.
Yeah. So there's,
I think they just need to change devastating wounds in general.
I also don't know if we necessarily need fate dice and a hit and wound reroll.
No.
It's like giving us 2 army bonuses.
You've got both 2 good ones, whereas most armies have got a good one.
Why 2 army bonuses?
Everyone gets 2 army bonuses.
Oh,
yeah.
We definitely don't need to. We definitely do not need to.
Because your fate one's your army rule.
Oh, and the reroll is detachment rule. Yeah. I'm with you.
Whereas my detachment rule is lethal hits.
It sits still.
When you're stationary.
And ours is obviously we've got the synapse, or we pick one of the three.
Exactly,
lethal
so yeah, synapse is your army thing, isn't it?
You've got you pick
lethal, precision, and
sustained hits.
Yeah.
I mostly just go with lethal hits.
See, I think I'd go different. I think I'd go sustained.
I go sustained or lethal. I never go for It depends what I'm against.
So if you go knights, you probably go lethal.
Yeah, knights.
Yeah,
a vehicle heavy list, you go lethal.
You do go lethal.
But then against horde, you go sustained.
Yeah, you go sustained.
Yeah.
Which is not a nice thematic pick.
But then you can
all
spend
of them are not like amazing, but the fact you can choose.
And you can spend a CP to have 2 active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a nice one.
Which is nice.
Whereas your army one's a little bit meh.
Yeah.
But then you go Eldar, brilliant both.
Yeah. And even the current iteration of Fate Dice is still really good.
Yeah.
Still really useful.
Marines, Oaths of Moment, fantastic choice.
What's their other bit? What else do they get?
That's the detachment rule,
isn't it? Oh, Doctrines.
Doctrines, yeah.
They get to advance and charge and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're reasonably good, but not outstanding.
No.
But having a built-in reroll for your whole army is when there's not...
It's silly good.
I say not a great deal, there's shit tons of rerolls still for certain armies.
There's less rerolls in the game, Josh.
Yeah, for me there is.
For the factions that no one liked it on.
Reroll ones, and that's it. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think they might need a rewrite of some of the indexes. I don't think it's going to come out quick enough. I generally think as soon as these new codex coming out, I think it's going to the game state's going to start tanking more severe than it ever has.
I think the December, January will be interesting. The 6-month mark where we'll get a data slate and a new chapter approved with hopefully FAQs and other rules changes. That will be interesting. I still don't think we're going to get them in September. I don't think we're going to get enough of them in September.
I think.
Yeah.
It'll be a big one.
Wraith Knights will be like 600 points, and even then, you still argue that actually you could still take one and it'll still be good.
No, of course. I think one was definitely
a lot of stuff in one time.
But you could literally probably be double points from how it first started, and it would still be fine.
Probably a bit.
No, I don't think you would take it.
Not for double points.
Because double points from where it started. So you've got 600 points. That's what I'm saying. It would be double.
Oh yeah.
So
double from that stage. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, not double now. Fucking hell, 1,000 points for a Wraith Knight. I mean, no one would complain about that, but
the consensus says do it.
But yeah, it would. I think it will get points. I don't think it will hit enough.
It's got to hit.
It will bring us down again. I just don't think it's going to hit hard enough to actually fully resolve the issue.
I think what they'll do is they'll just target certain units, and that's not going to be enough. Incarn,
Spectres, Spiders, Wraith Knights, Wraith Guard.
I think they need to do.
I think they're probably the big 5 that need hitting.
I think probably my suggestion would be take your problem units like them you just listed, increase them by 20 to 25%, but then across everything else 5 to 10%.
Yeah. Because
you're not penalising the other stuff.
Instant rotation to say,
like you said, there's that many backup plans for them.
Yeah.
You need,
but those 5 are the biggest offenders at the minute. They're in every list.
Ideally, you need to drop 3 to 4 units in your army.
Yeah.
To make it less oppressive with the same rules.
But then, exactly. And I think there's other factions that need these changes.
Yeah, like
GSC need that change. That first game was.
Our first game I played I just couldn't believe how much knowledge we had on the table.
It was bonkers. And
I'm like, this artillery's dirt cheap, but you still outnumber me. And I'm like,
it was silly. Absolutely. I was like, I don't know where to deploy everything. I've never played with this many models.
It's like my model count arguably went down.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
I don't know. It feels like you're just taking bigger units now rather than
loads
of smaller
everything's
ones.
More expensive. When I was using my tanks, I had to have.
You know what? I think the biggest and easiest way to fix a lot of these problems would be go back to the old method of points.
Yes, I agree.
For the weapons and that lot.
Yeah. Separate all that.
There's no granularity in it anymore, and it's like
because
the
AOS version of points
just doesn't work.
It's fine because they haven't got fucking ranged weapons and shit
Exactly,
that are silly good.
Yeah.
They're all just getting into scrap in the middle and punching each other, which is fine.
Multiple profiles.
Yeah. Like, it's bizarre. They need to go back to the old.
You're having big blobs and stuff with the better weapons.
Yeah.
Because
you go. Oh right, the support weapon, for example, has gone from 50 points to 85 points to 105 points, all because of the D cannon. You wouldn't put the points on for any of the other weapons that are on there, but you'd never take any of the other weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
You might have done 60 points. Yeah, cool. I probably would have took a vibro cannon because they look alright, to be honest, but not for 105 points.
No, you wouldn't want to take it now, is it?
Put the points back on weapons.
The choice out of it. It's like, well, I can just bend this or take 3 last cannons instead of 3 auto cannons.
Yeah, you just take the better options because.
No, why take heavy bolters when I can take last cannons?
Why take a scatter laser when I can take a bright lance?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always going
it just needs that granularity in it, and it's like give people options to bring their points counters down.
Yeah.
Like, why is guard 65 points for a unit of 10?
That's quite good.
It's not. Bearing in mind, back in...
I have to pay 75 points for a unit of Harlequins.
Back in
5 Harlequins.
35, 30.
Yeah.
So they've doubled in price. Not got any better.
It's because it's all grouped in with the weapons, and it's assumed you're going to take the absolute best
the
weapon
thing is,
loadouts.
I think with units like guard infantry and stuff like that, I think that system's good. Yeah. Because you can just do what you want. Yeah. Because it makes things easy, but when you start looking at vehicles, specialist things, it's like it doesn't make sense to do it that way. No, it does become. Because when they did it for Death Guard, for the Plague Marine squads. Yeah, you just start stacking it. You just start, but they're not great. Like there was reason to put all their models in there, but then now it's like, what's the point? Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's just it's the wrong way of dealing with it. Yeah, it should be for a set unit, set type of units, not all. Yeah. Yeah, it makes list building easier, but... It does make list building easier.
It is. They've tried something new, and it has worked, but it's also backfired in the weapons areas. Yeah.
And I think it takes variety away from the game. Yeah. So you're not going to see certain weapon profiles anymore and stuff. No. So... I didn't see some weapon profiles anyway, because they're just generally shit. It's either that, or you make each weapon profile... Like, the support weapons, for example, we've got 3 different weapon profiles. You make each one of them a different data sheet. Yeah. But then you've got the rule of 3. Well, it's like the argument back in the day when you had either auto cannons or heavy bolters. Yeah. Back when guard or auto cannons were already damage 2. Yeah. And then as soon as heavy bolters went up to damage 2, everyone takes heavy bolters now. Well, you always took heavy bolters over that anyway because you had 3 shots, same AP, 1 less damage, but then it changed and it's like, or heavy bolters all the time. Yeah. But then you only took that because they were cheaper than melters. Yeah. But now they're both the same price. Both the same price, so I'll take 2 more melters for the same price. Yeah, exactly. Like, why do I want? I'm losing a little bit less range. For some reason now, multi-melters are 18 inches. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't. That's bizarre, isn't it? Down from 24 to 18 inches. So another nerf, which I didn't realise. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. I just generally think it's just been written wrong on some of the indexes. They're just massively underpowered.
Careful, don't attack the play testers. We'll get some dislikes again.
Well, it's not that.
Guard are actually strong. The guard player finished with me over 200 weight.
Yeah, which is set build. I know. Set build. It shouldn't be like that.
But no, I think I have to say, so far, I think I'm enjoying the 10th experience. I like the new missions. I like the secondaries and everything. I do like that style of play. It does. I think from a competitive standpoint, some people don't particularly like the cards because it's another random variable into. You've already got the dice as a random variable. Now you're adding your cards in. You're like, could completely fuck a game by 3 rounds of drawing shit secondaries.
I think
it's enjoyable, and I think it will be way more enjoyable once there is balance within the Force.
I generally think
Once Anakin comes back to the light side, we'll be fine.
I think they might need to buff tactical.
What?
Buff tactical objectives. Fix.
I was like, excuse me?
No, you need to buff fixed.
Yeah, they're giving you
It's
a
very-
better incentive to go tactical because you get more points for everything because of the randomness.
But then you nearly scored 100 points on 4 games.
Yeah.
Whereas
In secondaries, I maxed every game.
Exactly.
I got 50
But then
points on
that
secondaries
is
every
an
game.
army that can do everything.
Exactly,
So
that's the thing, the haves and haves
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
You start
Whereas
looking at
Custodes
slower
don't-
armies.
Like Custodes don't necessarily score 100 points, but they will max primary
Yeah.
and pick
That's
up
where
a
they
few
fall
secondaries. Yeah.
Death Guard, that's where they're falling down.
GSC will 100 point
Fast.
everything.
Pop it where they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Necrons, that's probably why they're slightly behind. Secondaries.
Great on primary. Secondaries
Secondaries
can be a
not so
bit
good.
of a struggle for them, yeah.
Well, you just need to give the incentive to, like, you either turn down fixed to make it 100% getting hundreds harder.
Wait, it should be hard to get 100 anyway, but
It should be, but it's not.
the amount of people that are pulling 100 points out is just...
Well, when you got literally 300 point games.
Yeah.
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 Josh Roberts dropped 2 points.
Yeah. Over
With
7
a
points.
list that on paper, you'd be like, how does that actually score anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit
And-
ridiculous.
Because there's like 7 units in there. You're like, how are you actually scoring anything? And it still scores 100 points. You're like,
Yeah, nah, it's...
what?
Yeah, it's...
No, I'm enjoying 10th. I like it. I mean, I ain't played since All Scars, but that's because I've been working out of town. There's nothing to do with... I had a shit tournament, I've just been busy. But I'm generally enjoying 10th.
I do like
It will be good.
I do like tactical, but I just think it's just not balanced right.
I like the randomness of it.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, that
And I
should
do
be-
like...
I think it adds variability to
and
the
you
games,
literally...
doesn't it?
And you
Because-
have to think about your move now.
Because you used to, so obviously last year we went to a fucking load of tournaments. It was starting to get a bit stale really towards the end because you're like, right, every game I'm taking the same 3 secondaries and I'm playing the same 5 missions in every tournament. And it's like, whereas this, it is a bit stale. Again, recency bias, it's fresh, it's new, so it will feel.
But sometimes you're playing your game and you're generally like, oh, I'm going to get... You pull a card, you're like, ooh, okay. And you think, yeah.
But I think...
You know what I really love? Just drawing error denial round 1 when you go first. I'm like, alright, cool, that's easy then.
Yeah.
5 points, thank you very much.
Yeah, easy points. Just like, I don't know. I think that shouldn't be... You shouldn't be able to draw that round 1.
There's a few that you can't draw around.
Yeah.
Well, if you go first, a stipulation on that card, if you go first, you can't score this turn 1.
Put it back in the deck.
Yeah.
Put back.
Put it back in the deck.
But you can say about loads of things like, like
That's what it's just tweaking. I think the points are a little bit too high. Probably drop to the same level as...
just the same.
Fixed.
If it's fixed or tactical, it's the same.
I think they should all be the
Because
same.
I think there's then perhaps more of an incentive to build for a fixed style of play as well. Unless you're Tyranid, you're probably just taking fixed regardless.
Yeah.
And then
Well, these spawn
depends
lines,
on who
yeah.
you're against. But yeah.
But yeah,
But mostly
a lot of
fixed,
games
yeah.
you're probably taking fixed because Bibles.
Bible,
I think at least
yeah.
with fix, you can... It's more of an incentive to play the game. Or you can deny your opponent primary. I think this is why you're seeing
Yeah.
a lot of high scoring games.
Yeah, because
from
there's
both
no
sides.
way of determining what you need to set up for to try and deny.
Exactly.
Like,
There's
because
no
you
counterplay.
could absolutely throw a character out there and be like, cool, right, I've just drawn Assassinate.
Yeah, you just ban. It's like there's no tactical play in it. It's luck.
I think there is. There's just no tactical denial. I think being able to set up ready, because you draw your cards start of the command phase, so then planning the rest of your turn over what you're going to do to score is fine. But there's no interaction on the opposite end. Your opponent can't deny you without trying to deny you absolutely everything all at once.
I think that you do see them big swing games as well, though. Like where it's like 20 points to 100. But that's when you've rinsed them on primary, and then they've just absolutely tanked it on all their secondary cards. Whereas if you have both the same luck, you tend to both score 70 plus.
Yeah. I will stand by my point that I made the other week. I still think you need to have somewhat reasonable player skill to make Eldari work.
Just because Magoo dropped
You're
it.
Just because of Magoo.
You're going to
He's
attack
still
Magoo.
won 2 games.
Look.
Yeah.
Before you start,
His last 2 games.
Magoo is a friend of the podcast. Don't attack him too much.
Magoo's my beer.
Magoo loves it. Right,
Magoo
so I
loves
put my arm up for best painted, and on my sticker he wrote smells on it. Bastard.
He put it in the house on Bet's chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's brilliant.
You bastard.
I wonder who put that
Because
on.
I was watching Mark's and Aiden, the Death Guard players game, and it was me and Mike Duff were stood there, and Duff was like, "Oh yeah, someone wrote on there on your label smells," and I was like, "Oh," he's like, "I bet you can't guess who." I was like, "Was it you?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Was it your brother?" He was like, "No." I was like, "I don't know then, because Mark's here." I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "It was fucking Magoo, wasn't it?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course."
It's like me and Magoo's coming to an arrangement. I'm buying him beer to look the other way.
For what?
The big house to my friend.
Oh no!
Magoo's my personal TO.
oh yeah, it's TO, isn't he, for the big one?
Yeah.
Oh, is what the one in October?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, Magoo.
Oh, hands off, he's mine.
No.
He's mine.
Magoo, do you want to come on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how we fix it. But we'll see. We'll see what they change, and hopefully it starts to achieve a somewhat more balanced state.
Until the next horrendous army comes through.
It's the codexes now that is going to be a concern as to how they come out.
When's the Nid one coming out?
September.
September. So
I don't care
soon.
about Codex, I just want the models.
I mean, yeah,
Just give me the new
they
models.
So
are
you
some
what, you're
nice
looking at-
models. Marines and Nids, but obviously Nids first because of the battle.
So
of
November,
So we
September, October.
What this got me? We won.
Oh, it could be both in September, but it could be Nids early September and then Marines late
'cause
September.
Winter starts from November.
You'll probably be like a 2-week
No,
gap.
but both are being released in September time.
You'll probably have Nids at the beginning of September.
Yeah.
There's
And
a
then
women
Marines at the
massive
end of
gap.
September.
Because I know they're doing.
No, because it's 2 at the same time. But it's just Nids will come first. So they'll be the first 2 weeks of September. Marines will be after. So it
I'm
might
sure
be.
it's just a big gap between the next.
Oh, but yeah, until like the next.
Like
ones
you
will
think
be-
they do September, October, November, December,
They won't do that.
and then
They'll do it in September.
COVID will happen again.
yeah.
Don't fucking joke about that bastard.
Because you're looking at what?
Swine flu
So
part 2.
So what is it? Nids, Marines, Admech, and Necrons, like the first 4.
Yeah, it's whatever the order was when they released the factions.
So you'll probably get Nids for LGT, but I don't think you'll get Marines for LGT.
Good.
That's quite interesting.
No excuse, Ash.
You do it because I'll still take a shit list.
It'll still take Harrow George.
It's when Magoo picks up a Tyranid army and goes 5-0.
Yeah.
Like, no, what is this?
I'll take Hard Jaws with no mercy.
I'll be glad to see
I stand
any
by
come through.
what we said about Ryan and his tournament. He fixed it. His showing this weekend showed us he can't win 3 games.
I'm not
in a row.
one to speculate, but it seems a bit.
His third place placing seems like a fix now.
His own
What's
event.
this?
Him and Mark and who else? Nathan.
Nathan did. Magoo took over from Nathan.
Oh, okay, fine. They run a TO up in Sheffield as well, Steel City. It's one that we want to get to as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where it is.
Some of them he does at Outpost, I think. Some are done at Outpost. 1 or 2. Some of I think their league's sponsored by Outpost.
I don't think it's done there though.
No, but some of them are, I think, potentially.
Maybe. 'Cause I was talking to Nathan.
There's some things they run there.
'Cause I was talking to Nathan and said he hasn't been to Outpost in a while.
Oh, it's going this weekend.
I know.
I bet he's taking Custodes.
I told him it's fine. I'm not going, so he didn't get ruined by me.
He'd bring you anyway with
He
Custodes.
probably would now.
But yeah, no, he basically got a 3rd place placing. Is RTT. And everyone was saying that's a fix. All 3 TOs have come 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
Oh,
So it's like everyone said it's a fix.
yeah.
And it just goes to show this weekend. From this weekend, it must have been a fix. To be fair, he did have a shit run for things. I think.
Don't justify his loss.
I'm slightly justifying because he had Necrons first,
Not
then he
me.
had the Eldari Mirror, and then he had Custodes.
Yeah.
I don't know what his last 2 games
How
were
did he hit Custodes game through?
because it had a fucking giant dropship in, which
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
of course,
600
yeah.
points.
Oh yeah.
But also it turns out that's pretty.
There she is.
Also
That's
turns out it's
nice.
pretty good. It's like something like D6 plus 6 damage. So actually, when it hit the Wraith Knight, it absolutely knocked something out. Like,
Ooh, that
I'd
hurts.
love that to shoot my dawn. Oh, D6 plus 6.
ignored.
Ignored. Oh, you just rolled a 12. I'm just going to ignore that damage.
It's not one shot though. It's like many shots.
It's fine. Ignore one. I've said the rest.
So you can ignore the first 12. What about the next three?
Yeah.
The next 3 12s.
That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got 18 wounds. It's fine.
What's your?
Yeah, 18 wounds when it's doing D6 plus 6 damage.
Drop save.
Yeah, you need to save at least 1 out of 3.
I bet it's not strength of 12, is it?
What's the AP on it?
Oh, let's find out, shall we? What's this gunship called? Custodes Gun Wankers.
It'll be, I think we'll afford. Just gone Custodes.
Yeah, no,
about
that's
6 to 8 slates anyway.
Yeah.
Because they sort of all. Oh, that's it. Changed to the app. They did it. They collated everything, didn't they? Into
so
categories.
So much better.
Yeah,
They've done that.
The app is
Ares
really nice.
Gunship. Here we are. So it's strength 12, 22 wounds.
Why has he got an inbox?
And it's a flyer.
Why?
It's Custodes, so it probably still has a 4 up as well. It's got a total save as well.
Because it needs it.
Fucks.
Arachnus Magna Blaze Cannon. Strength 18, AP 4.
Because it onto it, because of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you're saying you're saving, Josh,
AP4.
Oh, actually, then it's got another gun as well with some. Oh, I assume it must be.
Maybe one of the other.
It was probably one of the other, surely.
yeah, one is Custodes to get everything.
No, it's two. I think.
Is it the same weapon?
2 Arachnus Heavy Blaze Cannon. It's got 2 of the Heavy Blaze, and so it's got 2 of these and 1 of these. But
Why?
580 points. That's why. So I think it also does bombs as well. Now, each time this unit ends a normal move, you can select one enemy unit it moved over. Yeah, it does a bomb run. Roll 1d6 for each model in that unit. Each 6 is mortal wound.
That's not too bad.
Oh, and it gets katars as well.
Just karate in this, can't I?
Katar!
So, you're saving that, yeah?
Just going to take a bane sword from now on. Oh, you died.
You know what it is not? We are seeing a lot more like bigger, cooler models. I think that's the only nice thing.
Sorry, for Eldar, yeah.
Well, obviously yes for Eldar, but I think in every faction I've seen Warhound Titans, I've seen Revenant Titans, like
why?
I've seen big Defilers, I'm seeing fucking Ares gunships and Stompers, like
Yeah.
so that was just really nice.
You're seeing models that you ain't seen for a while.
Yeah,
and it's
like-
nice.
60% of them, you know why? Towering.
I mean, yeah, towering obviously.
Yeah, well, who cares? You've seen
Who
models
cares?
that
Like,
you ain't seen in years.
Most of them aren't that good, other than the Wraith Knight.
I don't know. That's not the Wraith Knight. It's because of the Fade dice. Because you got the
Well, and devastating wounds.
Devastating Wounds. Then it's things.
But the Ares gunship's too big to actually come on from reserves.
Yeah.
So it can't actually do anything until it arrives.
Brilliant.
I think that's how we play it. If it can't fit within the 6 inches, because that's be able to fit within the 6 inches. It's too big.
Can I put it sideways?
I
No.
think there is a rule for that. Or
Yeah,
there was a rule. for that.
I think there was a rule, and the rule used to be it can't do anything. It comes in and just has to sit there and not done.
No, I think you just literally do it so it's structuring the table. That's it.
Yeah, but they can't then do anything that turn.
I don't know.
That was how it used to. They used to deploy if they were too big for the deployment zone. It used to be at back edge, and they can't do anything that first turn.
Fair. I was about to shoot anyway.
Huh?
Shoot.
Shoot.
Sure, Josh. Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
I just like. I've never done it. In all fairness.
What?
What's flyers? What's strategic reserve with big things?
You have took flyers before, years ago.
Yeah.
I remember them Valkyries. What?
He's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
He's gone.
They just got rid of it.
Vendetta's gone. Yeah, that Forge World model. Yeah, it's on the side.
Yeah, but you got like Valkyries that are in the normal code.
Valkyries, yeah.
I remember them as well. You've took them before, I think.
Only one.
Yeah.
Only got one, but it's alright.
I remember you took him. I
Flash.
used to take the Storm Raven.
It's back in the day. Back when we was both thin.
Yeah.
Them
We were.
days.
When you're both thin.
Yeah. Sad times. Warhammer made us fat.
I can vouch, because I'm getting fat since you get more into Warhammer.
No, that's
Finally.
the 2 steaks you cook up for dinner most nights.
Well, yeah, it's fair,
We've
but-
seen your dinner plates. You can't blame the Warhammer for that, good sir.
And the alcohol.
Oh, and the alcohol.
I've cut down on the alcohol a little bit.
Yeah, you only have 1 pint a day.
One bottle of rum.
One bottle of rum
instead of 1.5.
Do you know what? No, I've cut down on the rum lately. I've actually cut down on the rum.
It's probably for the best.
It was getting a bit. I'm not an alcoholic, but
Oh, that's exactly what alcoholics say. I'm not an alcoholic.
No, he's not dependent. He doesn't need it. He just enjoys it.
Oh.
Well, it's like when we were playing D&D line, I was on a full bottle of Kraken.
Yeah.
And then a bit more of a new bottle of Kraken. I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying myself, but this is not great.
This is not healthy.
Yeah,
It's not the time.
So, you know, it's just...
Full-grown people shouldn't drink this much whilst playing D&D.
Yeah, and in the space of like 3 hours as well. No.
Yeah.
It's not...
Quite impressive.
It's not good.
No,
But
I don't know. Yeah, it's not good for you.
it's not good.
Keep doing it. Make me feel better.
No,
Yes,
I'm
get fat.
Get
Join
fat.
us.
I'm getting fit again. I'm getting fit again, so it's fine.
Because you're doing... What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I might as well shout that out. Actually.
Yeah, you had.
Yeah, so I am actually doing a 100-mile, bike 100 miles in August for prostate cancer. You can do it on machine, like by machine, but I'm only doing it on bike.
Okay.
So
My recommendation is get yourself some proper padded cycling shorts, because otherwise you will need a prostate exam at the end of that. Otherwise, my friend.
Don't forget,
Dad's
plasters for his nipples.
Yeah,
Dad's got a
look at the
proper
nipple
bike
plasters.
and it's got a seat on it. It's really comfy.
I would still get padded
But
cycling
I'll be
shorts.
fine. But yeah, I got
Trust me, your gooch will not be.
I've got 100 miles in August. I've already done 6, but that's because I've been working away. But from next week, when
So
I hit
it's
the
not
mark-
like in one go. You have to do it over the month of
over
August.
the month of August.
Yeah.
So I've done 6, so I've got 94 to go, which I'll smash. But if you'd like to donate to that,
He'll leave a link in the description when we remind him.
no, I'll remember that. But yeah, if you'd like to donate to that, I mean every penny counts. But yeah, it's for a great cause. And yeah,
I think you need to incorporate a pub crawl into this.
well, to be fair, the route I did the other day, I did for mine.
I'm putting down on alcohol.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I did choose my mile markers by pubs.
But the route I chose, I passed 3 pubs.
And you went to 3 pubs.
No, I didn't go to 24. Oh, I didn't go to
He was
20.
tempted then.
I was tempted.
He smelt it.
After the hill with the first route, I was like, fuck me, I need a
Could do with a pint, to be honest.
But no, I did it well, but yeah.
You could park down on the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Get you a little one of them side carts.
You don't have to come play, just bike to us.
Just fuck that.
Call Josh a cunt and then go home.
I might do that actually.
Go past a couple of pubs. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can go
Some
to
refreshments on the way.
on the way back.
Yeah.
Past 2 pubs, go 4 times.
Josh will buy you a beer when you arrive at the gaming lounge.
Yeah, spit in it.
Yeah, no, it's
Add a flavour.
I've seen it advertised because obviously I did the walk for Snowdon prostate cancer. So I got a link sent to me. I thought, do you know what?
Give it a go.
I might do that.
It's quite a nice, well, not an easy one, but it's nice that it's over the duration of a month. You haven't
Yeah,
got to,
and I kind of looked at it and thought, do you know what? I want to get fit again anyway.
Yeah,
and it's for a good cause, and it will push me to start working out again.
Exactly.
And yeah.
No.
I say I enjoyed the first one the other day. I enjoyed it. I was knackered after because I ain't biked in fucking years. I was knackered after, but when I got off, I thought, you know what? That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Got some good suspension.
Well, and the thing is, I can't cheat because I'm doing one of them apps where it tracks
Is it like Strava or something?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I've got that, so it times me and the different days time, so I can't just copy and paste.
No,
I can't cheat on it, so that's nice. But you can actually see on the Just Given page the progress. So
that's
see how many miles gone.
yeah.
So count stuff and all that. But I'll pop a link in there.
Absolutely.
Josh, do you want to do it? Still got the end of some time to do it.
I think there's more likely
You can have my bike.
Yeah, you don't have.
I don't think your bike's going to take my frame.
You don't have to do it on a bike, like.
Just fucking falls apart anyway. It's shit. Paid 300 quid for it in lockdown. Fucking things never really work properly. I'm fuming.
The last time I got on a bike, I bent the crank twice.
We're not made for bikes anymore, Josh.
Bikes are not made for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
You can do.
They just don't incorporate the larger man.
Yeah.
We can do it next. We can do another charity thing in a couple of months.
Drink it.
We'll do something else. We'll think of something. We can do one. Maybe something to the Warhammer.
Yeah. Just not invite Ben because he's got a broken arm.
Best sporting. Right, I play scumbag. I'm not a scumbag. To be fair, every game I was going up and I was like, yeah, I'm really sorry you're playing Eldar. I'm trying not to be a pure scumbag. I haven't brought Wraith Knights or Wraith Guard. There is Raincarn though, she's a bit scumbaggy, but you'll probably kill her turn one.
That's probably why you got best support because you didn't take a Wraith Knight.
That's probably it, yeah.
It probably is.
I was like, the Incarn is scumbaggy,
So
but
you're
she
not
will
gonna
get thrown away every turn one, trust me, because I'm shit with her.
So come next weekend, they won't get sporty.
No.
I'm not getting sporting this weekend.
No.
That's why my list is, I don't want to make friends.
What is friend?
What's his friends?
Yes.
What's for
I will try and be delightful still, but I just don't think it's going to be as easy to pull off a nice person look whilst you're ruining someone with two Wraith
very
Knights.
good terrain as well.
No, it's their new stuff.
Oh, it's the new stuff?
It's the new stuff. It's the first time with their new stuff.
I want to see it.
I will take pictures.
Take pictures.
I will take lots of pictures and you can all see it.
Good.
But I'm going with the expectations to try and win, to be honest. I don't know who's going, but I am going to try and win.
I might come down with you.
No, do it.
It's only a day, isn't it? It's only an hour down the road.
You can get a burger at lunchtime. Get one of them nice burgers.
20-minute drive for you.
I'll get Magoo to come down with me and we'll just drink.
You'll just drink and bully me and Nathan all day.
The burgers.
That sounds like a perfect way to have a drink.
The burgers at that place are nice.
Burgers are good at that place. Plus you get a discount.
Yeah.
You don't have to be playing to just say I'm at the outpost.
And I can just look at the models and thinking, yeah, I need another one of them. Get Ben to buy another Wraith Knight.
I mean, you'll do it.
He ain't got any stock, I checked. Otherwise,
I've restocked by that point.
There's no way you're ever going to be able to fit 3 into a list anymore come September.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
It does look cool, and 2 will look great, but 3 is a waste of money at this point in
You
time.
could do it to a really good paint job.
Yeah, I'm going to do the others to a really good paint job as well. Everything I paint is to a really good paint job, Josh.
It's painting.
Exactly. I think my 7 or I think I got 8 best painted awards now. 2 best sporting awards. I got 1 from Hellstorm as well.
Oh yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
The only things I've not had is a first place or a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Ash has got me covered on the wooden spoon.
Ash has got you.
That list that I made was like, yeah, that's definitely.
We've got a plan to get Ben a wooden spoon.
And watch it just go absolutely right. So it's triple hydrogel, wing prime. Wing prime just goes forward, dies, so the Incarn can just go forward. And then you've got Avatar.
Does that work?
Yeah, because it's when any unit dies.
And because it's technically one army, isn't it? Because it's
it doesn't matter because it's any unit.
It's any unit.
Oh yeah.
So it's any unit. So
that's the plan.
You throw the prime up, kill it.
What you're telling me, you've actually found a use for the wing prime?
Yes.
Sacrificial lamb.
An Incarn delivery system, and then 5 lone operatives.
You see, this is what you want. Wing prime.
Yeah. I've just gone full hero hammer. It's 7 characters.
So you literally forget by the wing prime because that's the sacrifice for the Incarn, and then you got 3 big 18 wound monsters
at T12.
At T12 with acid spray that can hit fucking hard with the normal melee attacks, and then you got obviously
the 2 avatars just walking forward, and then 5 lone ops just to score some stuff.
Yeah,
and maybe force some battle shocks on the jesters. What?
Just take artillery.
Yeah, you just be the artillery for his unkillable custodian guard.
Yeah, you just
slow everything else down for him. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, we need to.
I think Friday off.
You don't book the Friday off?
No.
Why not?
I forgot.
You put the Friday off, haven't you?
I don't have to book it off.
It's illegal to work on Fridays.
I'm off, so yeah. But yeah, this is for the London GT. But yeah, we need a doubles event. We need to do it. I want to do it.
I just want to find out what time it is before I commit.
Matt's convinced it's 12, 1 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, because it was late, because when we got there, Matt we didn't get there till later.
Yeah.
I've
got the day off, it's fine. So I'm just wondering about checking in. It's at the house. If we need to meet anyone there.
That's Matt's problem now.
Matt might not be there.
Oh yes, shit.
Yeah.
He will. I'll give him a cold box to live in.
Well, yeah. Anything else anyone wants to add?
No.
Oh, actually, there's one thing I want to add.
Go on.
Oh, Josh has not admitted this yet, but he's
a lie.
He's actually getting rid of his guard and starting tower again. He messaged me.
Yeah.
Got proof.
I heard it was knights he was getting into.
No, he's starting tower.
I'm not going to go that far.
Josh, you can still be guard and ally in 3 knights.
It's not right though.
And an assassin and an exaction squad.
Yeah.
And
take one
just take Lord Solar.
Which doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh, you can be G-Stick Cults and just take guard.
Yeah, but that's terrible.
Yeah, it probably is now.
Well, yeah.
It
But
probably
still.
Because it's just allied guard, isn't it? I think now they don't actually get anything.
Yeah.
You just can take them. So that's kind of cool and thematic, but shit.
Because the date slates are crap. So
It's not free reviving Kriegsmen. Like
no. Well, yeah. You get the Krieg stuff.
No, but I
You
mean,
could do
not
that.
like with the blips though. They don't just come back for free.
Oh yeah.
They don't just come back in a blip.
That would be nice.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh.
No, it wouldn't.
On a roll of 1 up, all the models come back. Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
If you do kill them, can you imagine that filth?
No, I don't know.
3 of
Killing
them.
15 Sentinels was enough filth for me.
Yeah.
Again, I must have killed like 30 destroyers in the Necron game as well. Like, it's too much. Stop fucking reviving.
There is a lot of like.
There's a lot of revival mechanics. And it's really fucking annoying. Even Custodes can do it. Only 1 CP bring a model back.
Yeah.
Which is quite big when they're 90-point models.
Yeah.
So like little walk-in tanks.
Yeah.
The guy did it when I posted that guy did it to me. And I was like, you fucking what?
You fucking
You fucking what? You're bringing a guy back. Fuck off. But yeah. No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
For now. Until
For now.
September.
Hopefully soon there'll be less negative and more positive about
The positives are
about the state of the game. That is what I'm. It's still positive. I think
The positives are slowly creeping up. Because when we first did one where before I played 10th, I said it looks like a mess. But as soon as I played 10th, I thought, you know what,
It's not a mess.
It's alright.
But less of a
It's
mess.
It's a mess in terms of balance, I think. And now that some of the FAQs have come out and clarified some rules and stuff, then
They're trying to fix things. They're trying.
Hopefully.
I'm just waiting for the NID Codex.
hopefully.
The NID and the Marine.
Yeah, I want to see what the first code.
It's going to be end of September. It's going to set
a precedent for.
Yeah, and it's going to be how bad the next year of 40k is going to be.
Well, hopefully for the next 2 years following the Eldar Codex, there'll be no good Eldar around anyway. So
I was going to say, when's my guard book going to come out? 1 year, 2 years,
It'll be the end of
3 years.
Eldar's not been announced yet either, so we're all good. We're in the same boat.
Yeah, but you don't need it. You can just you could probably just surf on
You
the
know
index.
what? Coast the
For the
index
whole
for the whole of the
edition.
edition. Yeah.
You just get some of your nerfs back.
Yeah. Just slowly start rolling them back as the codexes creep up.
Yeah, it turns out the Eldar index became balanced at the end of the edition when everyone's had X amount of codexes and buffs.
Funny.
But yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cheers for listening, cheers for watching. See you next time.
Bye bye.
So that.